I thought this was Def Jam for a little bit. You know?
Yeah, it's turning into Def Jam, bro. We got saxophones. We got racial slurs getting thrown out, man.
I don't think anybody's done
Trump
a racial slur
supporters
tonight.
here. What's that?
I don't think anybody did a racial slur besides.
Well, I think that was the one I was. All of these things we're talking about you. Yeah.
Is it a slur if I say it?
I don't give a shit. I mean.
It's a slur if I say it with this hat on.
Chinese.
So, you got any shows coming up, Julian?
I'm so sorry. He's gonna have to edit this show.
I'm leaving it in. It's you getting canceled, not me.
Yeah, we just found our opening clip, dude.
There's a couple comics I'm sending this to right afterwards.
I'm gonna try to find a job with Candace Owens and see.
A show about racism. That's we're changing our fucking title.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Addy Herman.
Hey, it's Tavern. Make some noise if you're with me tonight, huh? Welcome to Quik Draw Comedy, a show about redemption. Tonight, comics will have not one, but two opportunities to perform stand-up comedy. I'm your host, Addy Herman. How about it for my co-host, the executioner, Clem Jameson? All right, comics, you know the deal. You will have 2 minutes to make us laugh. When you hear this sound, finish up your joke, because when you hear this sound, your set is done. Go ahead and return to your seat. Don't worry, you will have a shot at redemption, followed by a conversation with yours truly. On deck, we have Joe Hopkins, but coming to the stage right now, Quik Draw's very own Rashad Vaughn.
How you guys doing? You know what I hate other than erasers is a person who steals, but then turn around and offer you, hey, let me help you find the item that they stole. Let me explain. I remember one time I had an iPod. This is like high school. I'm showing my age here, 2009. My mom bought me a brand new iPod for Christmas. I was like, yay, listen to Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all that type of stuff. And so I let my homeboy borrow it, you know what I mean? Because he's like, hey, can I borrow your iPod? Because I'm about to, I'm in school suspension. So I was like, cool. And I gave him my iPod, let him listen to it. The next thing you know, after school, bell ring, ding! I'm like, hey, where my iPod at? Like, oh, the teacher got it, bro. Huh? Yeah, the teacher got it, bro. She took it, man. She took it, bro. I was like, come on, let's go find it. And I'm like, okay. Then we went to the office, like, hey, have you got a blue iPod from this teacher named Mrs. Johnson? No, sorry, we don't have an iPod from Mrs. Johnson. I'm sorry. I'm like, okay. All right, and we went to the classroom. Mrs. Johnson, she wasn't there. So I was like, this motherfucker took my damn iPod. I'm like, I ain't stupid. Black people, excuse my French. I will say the other word, but I'm not in the room. I'm not in a room full of them people, but black. Yeah, black folks. I'm sorry for my race, but black folks. But yeah, he took my damn iPod, and I'm like, this motherfucker. And then trying to be like, oh man, they got it, man, they got it. I'm like, this motherfucker. And then offer me to help. Like, can I help? I'm like, man, you took my fucking iPod, you piece of fucking shit. No wonder he can't get out of jail. So, but true story. But yeah, he probably still in jail right now. But yeah, took my damn iPod and. The funny thing is that I told the supervisor got me another iPod. True story. So, yeah, that's a great story. I'm Rashad Vaughn. I'll be black.
Rashad Vaughn with a story of loss. Very good. Let's see here. On deck, we have Jacob Wilson. But coming to stage right now, this guy, also very controversial for other reasons that I'm sure we will get into as the show evolves or devolves into the night. Please make it loud for Julian Leisure.
I didn't vote for Trump. I just like this hat. It's kind of cool. I didn't grow up celebrating holidays, I grew up a Jehovah's Witness. We don't celebrate holidays, or when I was that. so now, like, I have a son, so I get to, like, live vicariously through him, you know? He's 4 years old, and I'm kind of always encouraging him. I'm like, hey, maybe you don't want that Bluey toy. You want this 1,500-piece Lego set that I'll let you help me with for Christmas. I don't know. Now my fiance, she's, like, trying to go, like, really hard for my birthday since I didn't get birthdays growing up. You know, she's, like, trying to do everything, get me cakes and stuff like that. I'm like, you know, I didn't have a birthday party when I was 12. Can we do anal? Watching someone film a TikTok is weird. You guys ever, like, seen somebody filming a TikTok? It kind of feels like you're not supposed to be part of it, you know? It kind of feels like you're, like, looking through the windows at somebody, like your neighbor having sex. It's like, I'm not supposed to be a part of this, but I'm not going to stop jerking off. All right. I believe in heaven, but the only time I really believe in heaven is when I'm having sex with white women and I hear arguing from above. You know, I just feel like it's like, look at this nigga fucking these white devils again. Does he not know what they did to our people? And then Martin Luther King is like, you know, I had a dream one time about this. And then O.J. Simpson pops out like, hey, didn't you cheat on your wife? I'm not sure if O.J. Simpson's in heaven, but we're going to go with that. All right.
Julian Leisure, everyone. Who hasn't had anal on their 12th birthday? On deck, we have Lucas Schneider. Come on stage right now. This is this guy's first time ever on the Quik Draw stage. Make him feel right at home. Jacob Wilson.
Yes. We are getting right around for the holiday season, and I am excited. I'm very much a Christmas person. Thanksgiving to me is like pre-season for the holidays, getting ready for the family. My nieces and nephew are getting old enough now, I can kind of like mess with them a little bit. And I'm trying to develop my uncle character arc coming into this holiday season. There's a lot of different things you can do as an uncle. Could I have, like, I got a nice enough car that like kids like don't understand how mediocre it is, but they're like, hey, nice car, and it makes me feel better. And but I don't want to do that. Like, I'm transitioning into conspiracy theory uncle, the one that you're very excited to listen to at the dinner table. I go and I talk to my nephew, and my sister goes, hey, why don't you tell Uncle Bubby, that's me, why don't you tell Uncle Bubby what you learned in science class at school? And he'll be like, oh, we just learned about when we went to the moon. And I go, well, we never actually did that. And then you should probably look into who Stanley Kubrick is and what the government paid him to do. And then my sister will like hit me and be like, hey, he is way too young to be understanding that type of stuff. He's going to take it so literal, so stop joking. And I go, I am not joking, first of all. Secondly, I know he's too young. That's why I have not even mentioned the Jews at all. All right, that's all I got, everybody. Thank you.
Jacob Wilson making his Quik Draw debut here on Sunday night. All right, on deck we have Nick Koshesky. Come on stage right now. This guy runs the Dubliner Open Mic every Monday at 9. Lucas Schneider.
All right, I want to talk about incels. You guys know about these people? All right, the involuntarily celibate, or so they say. I think that's kind of a loser mentality, right? They're voluntarily choosing to be somebody that people don't want to fuck. That's what that is. All you got to do is turn on Animal Planet once, and you'll know you got to do a little song and a dance if you want to get some nookie. Even the birds know that. You know what I mean? Jesus, I don't know what you think's gonna happen, right? Some lady's not gonna be scrolling through Reddit and see your post about all your different katanas and fedoras, and think, "Oh, big anime milkers 88. That's the guy for me. That's what gets me wet." No chick's ever said that in her life. Goodness. I'm also sick of fake kinky people. This is bothering me. Not all kinks are kinks, you know. I'm not a foot guy myself, but I've seen a sexy ankle, and that's right next door. So that's definitely real. But I have a praise kink. No, you don't. You like being told nice things about yourself. So does fucking everybody. And the worst of all, cream pies. That's how you're supposed to do it. right? You want to be a freak, get a zippered leather mask, like a real one, right? Get some whips and chains. Be a real freak about it. Bunch of half-ass freaking. Bunch of bullshit. All right. I'm just going to end my time there. Thank you. I've been Lucas Schneider.
Lucas Schneider. On deck, we have Ben Webb coming to stage right now. This is also his first time on the Quik Draw stage. Nick Koshevsky.
Hey, my name's Nick. I'm going through a breakup. It's pretty sick. It was my first time dating someone from, like, not Nebraska. She was from California, specifically the Bay Area. Yeah. There's a lot of cultural differences you don't really see, like, going into a relationship, like, the first time. Like, I remember she was telling me she was, like, very surprised. She was like, you guys can buy guns at Walmart? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss California, where do you buy your guns? Target? If you think about it, Target should sell guns. Their name's Target. But also, I took her to a rodeo, too, and I didn't realize, like, some people, like, care about animals, not like us in the Midwest and everything. So we left early because she was like, are they just gonna toss around those animals the entire time? And I was like, I don't know, this is my first rodeo. So she was also very out of my league. She was getting like a master's in legal studies and her PhD in psychology. And she was also very hot. I say the PhD stuff first to not seem like a pig. But she was hot, and I knew she was hot just because her ex-boyfriend had like fucked up shit, cheated on her when she threatened to break up with him. He threatened to kill himself. It was very similar to one of my friend's girlfriends had a boyfriend, same kind of thing, threatened to kill himself if he broke up with her, everything. Very manipulative. And then she broke up with me, and I was like, okay, I kind of get it. A little bit. It's like, because I'm never gonna, I think I'm gonna bounce back, but it's like, I'm never gonna date another half Mozambican, half Brazilian, ex-professional ballerina dancer. And she was an ex-professional ballerina dancer is because her boobs were too big to be a ballerina dancer. That's the level of hot I'm talking about. She couldn't peel away. Her boobs were too big. She was too top heavy. So that's what I'm struggling with right now. She was also, her grandpa was a Wunderkind. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Her grandpa was a Nazi, essentially. And it's my, all right, I'm out of here.
All right. Cut short by Randall Turner, making his appearance here on Quik Draw, everybody. Let's hear it for him. Being joined by the sax symbol himself, man. This is a wild show. Randall is live, and great job, Nick. That was fun, man. Good set. All right, on deck, we have Karaoke with Summer. Come to stage right now. Our other regular, you know him, you love him, Ben Webb.
Yes, hello. On Thursday, I had a chance to do my first gig at a casino, which is badass. And it reminded me that actually Ed Gein and Leatherface were both great gamblers. Turns out you do great when you have skin in the game. So there we are. Yes, let's try out jokey jokes. We're good. Jesus once said, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. So I pay the IRS and locusts and frogs. So, yeah, that's all right. It's not quite the right crowd. I get that. My ex-wife was like a bunny. Not so much Playboy beautiful, more vicious like Watership Down. So, yeah. She would accuse me of saying, Ben, you make mistakes on purpose. And she's right. I married her. So, I'm better now. I'm good. I'm doing much better now. I want to make sure everything is covered the best that I can. So I wear a size 16 shoe. Yeah. And you know what they say about guys with big feet? It's true. Dancing is impossible. So it's all good. I saw a really cool thing at a senior softball game. A dude playing third base stopped a line drive and caught it in his glove. He stopped it with his dad belly, and it popped right out into his glove. The only way that could be more American is if he was wearing an American flag sweatpants while eating a hot dog, and the bat boy was a dead Palestinian. That is the only way could be more American. I will talk at you later. All right.
Ben Webb really choosing the perfect moment to drop that Palestinian joke right at the end of the set. That is when you drop that joke. Take notes, guys. All right, on deck, we have Rashad Vaughn. But come to stage right now. The man you're about to see is not a comedian, but is one of my funniest friends. Over a lifetime, he has memorized thousands of songs, but has never once learned how to sing. You are about to hear... Oh, shit, okay. Okay. We are coordinating all kinds of wild stuff in the darkness over here. All right.
Not yet.
Please
not
join
yet,
me
not
in
yet.
welcoming Karaoke with Summer.
Okay, so if you're new here, you haven't been here, the way it's going to work is I'm going to sing a portion of a song. This will be a rock and roll song tonight. And then you try to guess it. So here we go. Come so far when you think of last fall. You can't buy what we made, you and I. Oh. Okay.
30 seconds on the clock, please.
Well, here, I'll do another verse. Since you didn't get that one. Okay. Hearing it again won't help you. You either know it or you don't. That's the way it is. You and I don't pretend we make love. I can't feel any more than I'm singing, yeah.
Play that song. Wow. It's very erotic, Summer. It's a sort of a pegging situation he's talking about. I'm in you, you're in me.
No, this was on a
Here, please speak into the microphone because we're doing a live show.
This was on a multi-platinum album called Peter Frampton Comes Alive.
Really?
It was one of the biggest albums in the 1970s.
Well, based off that song, it should have been called Peter Frampton Comes Out because he was talking about some real gay shit in there.
And that actually wasn't the biggest song on that, but that is one of my favorite songs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Summer, you stumped him again this week. I can see why. It wasn't the biggest song, but it was one of your favorites. And
And it also was a multi-million seller. It wasn't an obscure song.
Yeah.
But to this crowd, I guess it was obscure. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
very clearly. Yes, the overwhelming silence from a large swath of people, all from different backgrounds and ages, were like, "What the fuck are you talking about, dude?"
Yeah, this album only sold about 20 million.
Only
so-
20 million?
Only 20 million.
Well-
so kind of obscure, I guess.
Well, don't be mad at me because you picked
Yeah.
the clinker. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
No,
yours.
I intended to pick
You have
it.
full control of this segment, so I don't know why you're mad at me for.
Next week we'll do the Bee Gees. We'll see if they get that. I
Okay,
guess.
you guys heard it here. Next week, Bill Queen will be on panel with the Bee Gees. All right, make sure to fill in your bingo cards. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a hot one. Well,
hot
Summer,
one.
what's been going on in your personal life?
Well, I've been finally getting some work in, which has been good, And then got another job offer today, so, and that seems to be progressing. Anymore, it's not like you're hired, get to work. I don't think that exists anymore.
What are some of the shortfalls you're coming across in the hiring process?
Well, today for that job interview, me and the interviewer got along super good, and I'm sure he was ready to get going, but he himself is hampered by the system and all the stuff you need, He acted like it was simple. Well, no, as it turned out, you need all the baloney all the other people need, Here's all this. We want to do background. We want to do that. I'm like, oh, it came back clean. I'm like, oh, I'm glad to see somebody was surprised because I damn sure wasn't.
So what was the answer to that question? I feel like we've been sitting here watching Titanic for the last 3.5 hours. I forgot I was conducting a show right now. I was like,
okay.
Summer's on one again. So you're saying the background check was giving you trouble?
The background check, even though this particular one cleared real quick, even though the company said may take 5 to 7 days, it took less than 2 hours. today. So
you're not upset about that background
I'm
check?
not upset about that, but I mean, again, they're the ones who are surprised. I'm not surprised.
Well, yeah, they're finding out about you.
Yeah, I'm surprised they did it so fast, but
Who did it fast?
Checkers. Checker is the name of the
Checkers.
company that does the background.
Well, it's like a third party.
Yeah, it's a
fucking
third
board game
party.
company?
Yeah, and they got big clients.
What kind of big clients?
Uber, Domino's, DoorDash. I mean,
Okay,
there's
so a lot of-
they got more than that, but that's the three big I can think of.
Okay, so is your Uber app still in Japanese? Have you figured that out yet?
No, me and Uber are on a straight. I had to change the email address that it was signed up under.
Okay.
But I have 3 or 4 email names, so
Yeah.
I just gave them another one, and then it just went right through,
So-
and then I started working.
So are you guys starting to see why people may think that this guy is in fact a spam person? They're like, Summer T. Wind with 4 emails has said, I don't speak Japanese.
Yeah, I don't speak Japanese.
Well, are they paying you in yen, or have they got the
No,
USD
no.
thing
It,
figured
it
out?
looks like on Monday I'll get U.S. dollars.
You're going to get U.S. dollars
US
on Monday,
dollars.
and that's what this economy is about, ladies and gentlemen. U.S. dollars on Monday.
U.S. dollars on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, which is good. I need it. And then I was hoping to get to work with the other companies sooner, and so was the manager. He's going, yeah, you ought to be working here by Tuesday. Probably not.
Well, it sounds like he needs
Probably
to learn to
not.
manage his expectations.
Well, yeah, he's probably wanting to get someone and anxious for me to come along, and it's not going at his speed neither.
No.
Nor mine. So
Well, I mean, it
just-
sounds like there's a lot of people that are really upset about how things are working out right now.
Well, it's just going along with the process. I'm doing things as fast as they ask for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm boom right on it.
And are you doing it with a good attitude?
Not always so, Addy.
okay,
No.
all right.
So, but it's digital. They don't get to see me pissed off and throwing the phone. No.
So you're throwing your phone a lot?
Well, I haven't been throwing. I was wondering if I threw that Android, if it'd straighten back out.
Yeah.
It's like this.
Maybe we should take it out
I
to
was
the
thinking-
disc golf range.
Yeah, I
and
was
see if we
thinking
can-
I could throw it and it'd straighten back up.
Yeah, I think that'll
Yeah.
probably solve all your problems.
But it might get worse. So you just don't know how these things will work out necessarily.
In this modern digital age, it's hard to know how anything will go.
Isn't it? Yeah. In the 80s, to get an EIN number, that's another thing. In the 80s, to get an EIN number, you called the IRS and you had one in 10 minutes. They've had my application for 3 weeks. Where the fuck is it? That's,
I got mine in like 3 hours, so
Yeah.
I think it's you.
Yeah, I think they just don't like you. Summer.
don't
No,
like you.
no, I tried the online one, Clem,
Yeah?
and it said no, answer 103, and
Yeah.
then fax it in, and I faxed it in, and now it's been 3 weeks.
Where did you find a fax machine in 2024?
I went to FedEx.
Wow, you were
FedEx.
fed up, so you went to FedEx.
FedEx. They can still fax it. And I verified the number to the IRS, 855, whatever it is, and it was the right number. And at one place they said, we'll have it to you in 4 days. At another place they said 2 weeks. All of it's bullshit, so when is it?
I don't know, Summer. I got mine in 3 hours online, and then I got mine in the mail in like a week.
3
so-
hours. I'm telling you, in the 80s, it was 5 minutes.
Well, I think we should go back to the 80s, man. I think Julian has a hat that talking about what I'm talking about right now.
Well, I don't think we'd want Reagan again.
No? You weren't a big Reagan guy?
I mean, in the 60s, Reagan broke California. He came to the U.S. government. He broke that, too, with that stupid SDI bullshit. I mean,
I like how it's my fault.
yeah. 800,
Me, Reagan, and Uber are all the same entity.
850 billion, and that was when Colonel North and all was
the
going
Colonel,
to the
yes.
Colonel. Yeah, and John Poindexter, and
Hey,
all
don't
that.
get me started on Poindexter. I could
Okay.
talk for minutes about it.
Yeah.
Well, Summer, it sounds to me like you're on a straight path and you're absolutely killing it despite all these digital downfalls that you're coming across.
Well, don't be so optimistic, Addy. But I'm doing the best I can in the moment.
Yeah, I was just trying to be nice about this whole thing. I mean, really.
Yeah, where's your fucking money? Right?
Yeah, where's my fucking money? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, you're about to be sleeping out there in Domino's. You're going to be hanging out with them.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least the weather's still nice enough, and I got a good sleeping bag.
This is a good time to be homeless in
Yeah,
Nebraska.
yeah,
If you guys
yeah.
are going through any
Yeah,
troubles.
in a couple more months, not so much.
No,
but
then you
yeah,
wanna head down south.
Yes.
Well, I think we're gonna work out a way for you to be homeless, and maybe I'll come visit you. We'll park our cars together and we'll hang out.
Yeah, that rent's just too damn high, Addy.
It's too high.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear it for Karaoke with Summer, everybody. Uniting the crowd with anger and frustration. And for all the comics we've heard in this first round, we have reached the end of the first round, guys. So the comedian that I'm about to bring up, you've already seen him one time tonight. He is a regular, one of my favorite comedians to watch work, Rashad Vaughn.
Where the camera? Okay. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Man, Nebraska football team, man, they just like the Cowboys. Every year they always say, "Oh, it's our year, it's our year." Oh, bullshit. Like, we ain't won shit since the 90s. So, and yeah, exactly. I was in diapers, or I was barely being born yet. You know what I mean? In the pissy mattress. Yeah, we were so damn poor. So, yeah, forgive me for my poorness takes. But yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, it's just depressing. And also the fight, the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. I thought Mike Tyson was gonna kill that white boy, but turns out he was trying to kill himself. Like he was holding back, you know what I mean? And they was like, "Mike, man, what's going on?" You know, I was just trying to fight him. He was just, you know, I just don't know, man. I just really don't know, man. I just try to fight him, you know, he just went away. I don't know. I was like, damn, Mike. And then they, you know, the pregame, they show his ass. And I'm like, I'm trying to watch the fight. I ain't trying to watch another man's ass. Like I'm very heterosexual, okay? I thought I was one of the gay channels from back in the day. You know, when you actually turned the channel and you saw two dudes fucking. Yeah, I'm showing my damn age. I know. I mean, I'm showing my age. No Diddy, shit. No Diddy. Shit. No Diddy. No fucking Diddy. Show my, yeah.
Rashad Vaughn. Showing it why he is a regular, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I guess we'll just get right into it.
Yeah, let's
Rashad.
get right into it. No Diddy.
Yes, no Diddy. So, yeah, I mean, that fight was absolutely wild, and it did strike me as odd that they had the heavyweight champion of the world in a jockstrap with his ass cheeks out. Right?
Yeah. I'm like, golly. I'm trying to watch the fight, not watch a man's ass.
What's really crazy about it is that the buffering was so bad on it that I missed it live, and then I just open up Instagram, and then I'm just seeing the chocolate cake of Mike Tyson. I mean, he had some hams on him, huh? That's what a heavyweight fighter glutes should look like, I think.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, could we get to the fight, please?
Yeah. Did you put any money on the fight?
No, I did not. I mean, I'm not Drake. You know, spend a lot of my money on Mike Tyson, and he ended up losing.
Oh, Drake spent a lot of money on Tyson?
Yeah, a lot. He bet a lot of money on Mike Tyson.
Drake's been losing a lot this year. It hasn't been a good year for Drake.
I mean, well, Drake will bounce back. So.
Oh, sure. I mean, he's Drake.
I mean, he's Drake. He's the GOAT. He's one of the GOATs.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Drake if he's watching.
Shouts out to Drake. Big fan of the show, from what I've been told.
Yeah. Shout out to Toronto. Yeah. The 6.
Well, so, I mean, this really brings us into the meat and potatoes of that second round, where you said it was like one of those channels where you turn on and there's two guys fucking. What channel is that?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
What,
like,
it was just on the background? What?
I don't remember. I don't know. HBO After Dark? I don't know.
HBO After Dark. Okay.
Sure, Randall knows. I mean, he.
Oh, Randall's a part of this now, huh? Black on black crime from the stage, dude.
Sure. He 80 years old. He watch everything, so.
Yeah, he sure does. Well, yeah, no, well, no. So you're sitting there, you're a kid. Young Rashad sitting there, you're playing with your Tonka trucks, and then all of a sudden there's just booty cheek and dick on stage or on screen, and you're like, "Stepdad, what is this?"
Basically.
Oh, okay, so we're
Basically.
really unwrapping. The
Yeah,
story
I was
of
like,
your-
what the fuck is this? I'm like, let me turn back to Hey Arnold.
That's quite a juxtaposition, yeah. Well, I mean,
it was accidental. I'm like, what the hell is this? Hey, let's go back to Hey Arnold.
so I mean, Rashad, I don't know if you meant to do this, but I mean, you may have written the best minute of stand-up I've seen all year. I mean, talking about you go for the gay channel, and then you covered it by saying, "Sorry, I'm showing my age." That was an incredible tag, and then you said, "No Diddy," just to wrap it all up. I like how Diddy has just become code for real Diddy. Like it's
unfortunate because in the black community,
we know.
I don't like that eye
We-
contact I
we-
just got.
I used to look up to Diddy. I'm like, man, he opening doors for black future entertainers, and I'm like, man, I would love to be P Diddy. It don't age. It's not aging right. I was like, I would love to be P Diddy one day, on a record label.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can't stop, won't stop. You know what I mean? Discovering the next Biggie.
Right. At least you guys still got Cosby. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Guess not.
Yeah, he's made a comeback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like P. Diddy was opening doors of celebrities too. The back door. If you will.
back door. Yeah,
Those
back
freak
door.
offs.
Yeah, no freak though. Never go to a Diddy party, ladies and gentlemen.
Never go to a Diddy party. I think if we've learned anything in 2024,
Never go to a Diddy party.
no Diddy, no Diddy party.
No Diddy party. No Diddy party. I used to want to be signed a bad boy, but I'm like, no, not anymore. But yeah.
If Diddy's watching this, what would you say to him right now?
Yeah.
No Diddy.
I think he may have heard that one before.
Yeah.
Maybe something more customized.
Okay,
Rashad.
did you kill Tupac and Biggie? Did you kill them both?
Oh.
And if you did, why?
All right, we're waiting for your answer, Diddy. Go ahead and leave that in the comments.
That is gonna get here around the time Summer's background check clears.
Yeah. It's gonna take a long time.
Well, Rashad, I mean, great set. I mean, you're so funny, dude. I am literally a genius for making you a regular. I mean, people question. They said, Addy, what are you doing? I said, watch this. I got something.
Yeah. Thank you, Addy. Thank you, Summer. He's the brain behind it.
Yeah, everybody knows Summer's the brains of the operation.
Yeah. Summer knows. Summer knows. He's like a fortune teller. Like. Yeah, he was like, get him.
Yeah,
get
Summer
him, grab
actually
him.
has a bachelor's in wizardry. We found out.
Yeah, he was
this
like,
week.
get him. He's like a GM in the sports team that be like, oh yeah, we got pick him. He's our guy. He's our guy.
Summer knows talent when he sees it.
Yeah, he
and,
does.
I try to listen to my people that advise me on those sorts of things.
Yeah, he made the right decision. Yeah.
He did.
I mean,
Rashad.
well, you made the right decision, but he put the energy out there. So yeah, shout out to.
Yes, I mean, we've got a great thing going on here. Is there anything that's going on with you coming up that you want to let these folks know about?
Shoot, well, I'll be here, I'll be here. Y'all see me. I'm Rashad Vaughn, and you're not. Thank you very much.
Rashad Vaughn. Hell yes. Well, all right, on deck, we got Jacob Wilson coming to stage right now. Julian Leisure.
I honestly think I would have preferred booze than that fucking quiet ass welcome you guys gave me. Jesus Christ. I gotta take this hat off. This hat is like a weird social experiment, but you can't say shit to me or otherwise you're racist. That's how I feel, personally. You guys ever taken Molly in here before? Anybody ever done Molly? I like taking Molly, but like I've never met like a cute girl named Molly. So I really think that they should change the name of the drug to something like Caitlin. Like when I take Molly, I want it to be so high that I don't even give a fuck if I hit people with my car. I see you guys haven't been keeping up with the Kardashians. That's just fine. Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, there we go. Caitlyn Jenner joke. Hell yeah. There's a lot of men out here wearing dresses, pretending to be something that they're not, just so they can like touch little boys, which I think is pretty weird. I really hate the Catholic Church. Sorry, man. So I said, wow. I just got engaged. Hell yeah. I think that before I got engaged, I was really bad at relationships, Like I was looking through my text messages and I saw a bunch of text messages that say, oh, I miss you. Please come back. 20% off your next purchase. from fleshlight.com. It's like, how many pocket pussies does one guy need anyways, you know? I kind of wish exes were that way, you know? Like, when they wanted to come back, they would text you with, like, percentages off, like, oh, you take me back, 10% less nagging and 30% more blowjobs. All right, you guys don't like getting your dick sucked. That's just fine. I'll call it right there, you guys.
Julian Leisure. What's up, man? Continuing the boo train accidentally. That was fantastic. These guys got a taste for blood and they want more now.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, man. I have never seen a douchier outfit in my life. You have the Playboy hoodie on. You've got a black Trump hat, which
I
didn't know they
feel
made
like
those.
I feel like the red ones. It's like if you're wearing a red one, you're kind of a loser because that's like the I grab a pussy hat. This is
Yeah.
kind of like a cool like black guys could wear this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elon Musk wears it.
Can
So.
match it with my shoe. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's black. He's like African American.
Yeah, cool black
technically
guys.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying Elon Musk is cool as shit, but he's a fucking nerd.
Well, sure, he's a nerd. Yeah, he's got a fucking giant dick-shaped rocket flying around Austin, Texas.
Yeah, and he's got Asperger's too, so he's
Well,
kinda,
sure, man. Yeah, we're diagnosing everybody tonight. What do you
saying.
think you have, Julian?
probably kids.
Probably. I hope you still do. I mean, you did last time.
I hope I get
talked
home
to
and
you.
my candle burned down the house.
That would be
Wow.
wild.
That was too dark. Sorry, guys. I was just kidding.
It was, yes. I see you've gotten into the wine. That's fantastic. You and Kamala are probably drinking the same thing right now.
Whatever she drinks is way stronger than what I'm drinking.
Dude, she's off that fucking, she's off that tea.
The tea.
I don't know. Green tea. Man, so let's see here. Oh yeah, this hat. So I saw you last night, and you were wearing the hat, and well, you asked my advice on it, and I said, don't do it. But then, as I often do, anytime you want to ask me for advice, I'll tell you what I think about it.
But then tell him what happened.
Well, then he ended up going up and killed in front of a room of white people with an all-black front row, and they really liked that.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, there were certain comedians, some with dicks, that would not talk to you before the show started. But you know what? That's okay. I've always said the worst thing about the Omaha comedy scene are the comedians.
Yeah, I really hate everybody here, man.
And what does some of the hatred come from, you think?
Honestly, I'm racist.
You're racist?
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Fox News stuff lately, and it's really
Really?
gotten into my head.
Man.
Or onto my head, who knows?
Man, just wait till you find InfoWars, buddy. It's going to be a whole different
Man,
thing for
the
you.
Onion bought that shit, I think.
The Onion bought InfoWars?
Yeah, they're trying to.
That makes sense. I mean, they're both about as realistic. Like,
I like the Onion. It's very good stuff.
it is very fun. I didn't even know they were still in the game.
He's taking a picture of me, so I got to pose.
That's great. Yes, the last episode of Quik Draw that's ever been done. We're gonna get firebombed by a bunch of 4B chicks right after this.
See, these people are back. I thought they left because, you know.
Oh, don't bother them.
illegals.
Just let them sit down.
I thought you guys might have been like, he's gonna call ICE on us.
No, they heard you were coming.
And I'm not. I promise. I'm smoking hella weed tonight. That's
Julian,
not
this hat is making your racism better. I think.
it's so Trump is so funny. I think I'm absorbing some of it. But
Yeah.
I don't support Trump. I didn't buy it from his website. I bought it from the Chinese on Amazon, dude.
Well, you said it and I thought it, so I'm glad that, we got that worked out. Yeah, that's right, dude.
I'll say the part. You say the Chinese.
Oh. Wow, a very racial episode.
All right, now do the opposite.
Chinese.
Let's all get canceled.
Chinese.
Yeah, we'll bring.
I feel like Clem, you got the look to say the part. Where's Rashad Vaughn? We needed him. Chinese. See, he wouldn't even say. That's how embarrassed of black people he is. He wouldn't even say that earlier. He's such a bitch.
Wow. What is the deal with all the black guys hating each other on my show? It's fucking.
Listen,
Rashad
this
comes
is a
up-
show of division.
This is a
Fuck
show-
redemption. This is division.
This is you're wearing the hat for it, buddy. I swear. Where were you on January 6th?
Dude, I was in a costume.
You were in a costume.
You wouldn't have seen me.
Were you dressed like a white guy? Were you in whiteface?
Of course. I look
Okay.
like you.
How so?
You know, the mullet. I have a mullet wig in my house.
You have a mullet wig in your house.
Well, I don't know if it's in my house. I think my fiance burned it.
Did she? With one of your candles?
Yeah.
Okay.
For those of you guys that don't know, I have a candle business. So
You're
clearly
so
my fiance
white,
is a
dude.
white woman.
You're a
Clearly I fuck
Jehovah's
white women.
Witness that sells candles. You're a white guy, dude. They send you out wrong.
Knocking on doors. Dude, I was fucked up.
Yeah.
This show is so fire. You guys have been amazing. This is a great room.
Well, they know. Yeah, they're aware of how
They're
good
always
everything's
amazing,
Everybody
Julian. It's
eats.
you that sucks normally.
going. Yeah,
These guys have been the same since we've started the show. You normally suck. I don't know what happened tonight or last time you were on, but like something happened in you that you're actually funny now.
Yeah. It's a
That
character.
guy's really quiet, guys. Give me some support.
Hey, fuck you. Boo. Boo, Clem. Boo. You bastard.
So last time you were on here, you made a joke that I don't think anybody got right away, but when I watched the video back while I was editing, I realized it's an amazing joke. You said that me and Addy both look like different high school gym teachers, and that's very accurate because he looks like the female gym teacher, and I look like the dude who lost his dreams and is still trying to live through these kids.
See,
Hit the shower, lady.
so basically you
Yep.
said people don't recognize my greatness right away. They gotta sit with it. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to see it like twice, and then like, oh, I get the joke now. That was actually funny.
Well, Julian's probably so high he's not going to remember any of this once
I
he
know.
walks off stage.
I'm not high. I'm just wine drunk. That's
Man,
all.
I love performing at the Apollo.
I thought this was Def Jam for a little bit. You know?
Yeah, it's turning into Def Jam, bro. We got saxophones. We got racial slurs getting thrown out, man.
I don't think
We got
anybody's done a
Trump
racial slur
supporters
tonight.
here. What's that?
I don't think anybody did a racial slur besides.
Well, I think that was the one I was. All of these things we're talking about you. Yeah.
Is it a slur if I say it?
I don't give a shit. I mean.
It's a slur if I say it with this hat on.
Chinese.
So, you got any shows coming up, Julian?
I'm so sorry. He's gonna have to edit this show.
I'm leaving it in. It's you getting canceled, not me.
Yeah, we just found our opening clip, dude.
There's a couple comics I'm sending this to right afterwards.
I'm gonna try to find a job with Candace Owens and see if
A show about racism. That's we're changing our fucking title. We're about to go
fucking
real
awesome.
hard right with this thing, man. So, what's going on in your life? Let these folks know how they can support you, and we're gonna keep moving.
Well, yo, I got 4 kids, so if you guys got any money, I'll take it. To be honest, I also have candles. I don't have them with me, but if you guys see me around, I'll have candles. You can buy those. Those help a lot. They smell really good. Some people bought them. Over there, that side of the crowd. That's all. You can find me on social media, Julian Leisure Comedy. That's all.
All right, Julian Leisure, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on deck, we have Lucas Schneider coming to the stage right now for his second set. Jacob Wilson.
The saxophone's giving me some PTSD. I played that in high school, and it was the worst thing I could have ever done. Yeah, straight hate over here. I hated band so much. I grew up in a small town. Being in a small town, people need to stop like getting on to small town people as being racist and uneducated. They don't travel outside of it. I mean, for me, example, like I've been to 40 different states. All right, like I've been around, I've been to other countries, but growing up, like I thought collard greens was just vegetables cooked by black people. Like I didn't realize it's actually an actual vegetable group because small town, and when you Google photos, just saying, white people don't know how to cook collard greens. I also learned that from moving to the South. But no, being in a small town, like it was fun. I grew up in like a small section in this town, and we played a lot of cops and robbers. But I never got to be the cop. So, black community, I do know what police brutality is. Like it's very bad. At least they tackled me on the grass, though. I can be thankful for that. No, I love being in a small town. And it's fun, like, exploring and, like, getting out there. But, like, being small-town Nebraska and being small-town Omaha and going to these other cities, you kind of learn that, like, Omaha is also, like, a small city compared to everywhere else. And, I mean, I've been to New York. I've been to Houston. I've been to Europe. Like, Omaha itself is a small town. I never met someone who actually been to Omaha, like, when traveling until one time, and he looked at me, he's like, "You're from Omaha?" I was like, "Heck yeah, I am." And he's like, "Oh, dude, that place is better than expected." And I'm like, that's about right. Because, like, if you go to a restaurant, Omaha's like ordering, like, chicken strips. Like, you're not getting disappointed but it's not the best thing on the menu. All right, like you're gonna leave being like, yeah. So yeah, that's my time.
Jacob Wilson. Making his Quik Draw debut. How you doing, Jacob?
I'm doing pretty good.
Fantastic. Man, just continuing just the legacy of racism and you know,
For sure.
sort of anger about everything.
No, I love it.
I think you're primed for this show.
I just going back to my heritage, you know.
Yes. Well, what is your heritage?
We were here before the country started. Sorry, Native Americans. We were, and then we come from the Kentucky Appalachia region.
So your family, old America. From
Old
Kentucky.
America. We created this nation.
They created this. Well, I think God created this nation.
He did. He had. We did manifest destiny. You know, it was.
Okay. So where were you? Wow. Yeah, there's. Yeah. God. Well, I'm rocked up, man. Hell yeah. The Falcon has spoken to me. No. So, let's see here. So your family was in Kentucky since about what year?
We can trace our. Well, actually, we can trace our lineage to 1250 England.
Wow. So England is your heritage.
But for like our American heritage, yeah, we're here about 1700s.
Okay, so you were in England. Well, you weren't in England.
I
but
wasn't in England,
Your family
no.
was in England in the 1200s, and then in the 1700s, that's when you.
That's when we came here. Our family
Okay.
book is in the Library of Congress.
Your family book is in the Library of Congress.
Yeah,
Where is that at?
that's Washington D.C. Addy.
Wow. Wow. How about that? Okay.
They got their own library now. That's cool.
Yeah. My family is in the Yellow Pages. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. I'm showing my age, sorry.
Whenever you
Mine's
wanted
unlisted.
whenever you wanted to like have like a friend come over, did you have to like get the pressure to like look them up? Because like my mom would always like force me. It's like, no, you got to call the house, and it's like I don't know the parent's name, and there's 4 different Johnsons in this town. What if I call the wrong house? That's a lot of anxiety on an 8-year-old kid.
Yeah, well, I guess so. There was a lot of investigative journalism that you used to have to do to have a sleepover back in the early 2000s.
I know, and it was very professional too. It's just like, hi, Mr. Johnson, can Kyle come over?
Yeah, and that was back before people had like 2 dads and stuff too. I mean, can you imagine trying that now? You'd have to friend them on Facebook and then follow them on
no, they wouldn't be
TikTok.
friends with 2 dad cribs. I was saying, yeah.
No, you're not big on the gay scene?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, shit.
Where do you want to go from here?
I love watching them sweat. All right.
Speaking of watching them sweat, I'm going to say a word. You say the first word that comes to your mind, all right? Chinese. I'm just kidding.
Julian doing the one black thing he does in stealing. Yeah.
I know how to control myself. I'm not on a Call of Duty lobby right now. I know.
You got to try, right? You got to try.
So I mean, you come from old family here in the U.S. You say you also went down south. Where
Yeah.
were you at in the south?
I was in a little town north of Chattanooga in Tennessee. I was getting my
Okay.
master's.
You were getting your master's in what?
MBA. Nothing special.
I thought you were going to say slavery.
No.
Okay.
Did not teach it at this school.
They didn't teach slavery
No, I
in
couldn't choose it
this-
as a concentration, sadly.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of fun. So you're from a small town. How small was that town, and where was it?
It's north of Omaha here. It's Fort Calhoun. Growing up, it was about 800 people.
Well, that's a small town.
We finally got our comma this last census.
You finally got a comma. Oh, it went to
1,000, yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I know, very special. They put a scooters in town.
They put a scooters in town.
Yeah, we never had a franchise in this town until that scooters came along.
You guys are moving and shaking.
We are moving up in the world.
So you're not born in Nebraska, right?
I was born in Tennessee.
How'd you get here?
Navy.
Oh, you came here with the Navy.
No, my dad was in the Navy, stationed in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Your dad was in the Navy.
Stationed in Tennessee. That's where I was born. Family is in the Nebraska, Iowa area. They moved back.
So, I mean, how many naval bases are there here in Nebraska?
I don't know. He was out of the
Zero.
Navy. He was
It would
out of
be
the
the
Navy
answer.
at that time.
It's actually more than you think, I believe.
Generally, you want to have water around for the Navy to do their
It's
thing.
called a river. We got the Coast Guard at least.
Yeah, we could bring a battleship up the fucking Missouri or whatever that is, scraping both sides with the... Okay, so how did you end up here?
In Omaha?
Or
just in Nebraska?
in Nebraska?
We had family going up, and my dad got a job in the area, and that's where we
Oh, your
landed.
dad got a job in the area after he got out of the Navy.
Yep.
And then he came to Nebraska.
Yep.
To a small town.
Yep.
And then what happened?
Same thing as the great American story goes. You know, you grow up in a small town, and then you go to college, and then you fail, and you're on a comedy podcast.
It's all very linear. I like it. This
Yeah.
guy's a straight shooter right here. How long have you done stand-up?
On and off, started around 2017, 2018, and then I moved, and then I just popped back in.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of you lately. Yeah, you kind of come in waves, sort of like the people on January 6th, just coming in waves. So you, do you have any children?
No.
Okay. Well, what's your excuse for not doing comedy full time?
It doesn't pay enough, you know?
Fair enough.
Yeah. I got bills to pay.
The booing is really taking over this room.
I got a house, man.
You got a house?
Yeah.
You got wow, Julian bragging about having he's bragging about having a house, and Julian is bragging about having 4 kids in a 1-bedroom apartment.
that he's trying to burn down.
That he's currently trying to burn down. That's right, Clem. Yeah, that motherfucker is smoking. It has passed into the rafters, and now the people next door are on fire too. But it smells great. I'm telling you, Julian's house fires, best smelling fires you ever had.
That's right. If
smell
his
like
house burns
lavender.
down tonight, I am sending this footage to the FBI.
Yeah, this is not an alibi. This is evidence.
Nope, evidence.
We will rat you out.
Oh, sure. There's no loyalty amongst the comedians.
It's not snitching if you tell them you're doing it, right? I'm doing it.
Well, hell yeah, man. Well, Jacob, it was great having you on the show.
Appreciate it.
Is there anything you want to let these folks know?
Nope, I'm just practicing until I get on more shows while I'm here.
Okay, man. Well, welcome back to comedy. Let's hear for Jacob, everybody. Jacob Wilson. All right, on deck we got Nick Koshesky coming to stage right now. Lucas Schneider.
Summer's background check takes so long because 4,000 years is a lot of time to cover. Right? I like that I've known Summer long enough that I can say in job interviews that I've associated with wizards. That'll really get you any job you want. I can't decide what annoys me more. Christmas decorations already being up before Thanksgiving or political signs still being up. Both equally as irritating. Seeing those signs now is a lot like seeing a high school state championship signs along the side of the road after you know that they've already gotten their ass kicked. Right? I'm a little bit of a kook, you know, I don't really believe in either side, but so to me, seeing those signs and Julian's hat is a lot like meeting a grown adult that's still really into pro wrestling. Oh, it's really rough. I hear there's been, with no fact checking at all, I've seen that there's been about 10,000 suicides since the election, which, I mean, it's terrible, but love them or hate them, that's a shitload of jobs to be creating before you're even in office. Oh, and that's where I'll end it. Thank you.
Lucas Schneider going out on his own terms, man. Just like those 10,000 people. That's
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah, dude. I mean, that is wild. 10,000 suicides, and that's just from people driving in front of Joe.
Exactly.
Getting run over by an 18-wheeler full of fuel. Man, great joke about creating jobs, man. I mean, that's funny.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
This whole set was funny, man. I mean, you started by talking shit about Summer, always kills, and then I mean, talking about people have their Christmas lights up a little early, if I'm being honest.
I think so. Thanksgiving does not get the respect that it deserves.
Yeah, what would Thanksgiving decorations be?
I don't know. You know, a turkey, probably.
A turkey? Okay,
That would make sense.
Okay, so what kind of turkey we think? We thinking an inflatable one, or maybe a static wood kind of setup?
Hand turkey.
A hand turkey?
Yeah, one of those hand turkeys.
That's good. That's good. A hand turkey. It'd be hard to see from the road, but
Man.
We've really lost it there. Anyway,
Yeah. Clem is killing over here.
With one guy. He kind of looks like Joe Hawkins with the light behind it. It doesn't sound like Joe. I see Joe there, so I know that's not Joe, but I don't know who it is.
the not racist Joe.
Yeah, man. Well, so yeah, I think hand turkeys. I think we should really get into the spirit of oranges and genocide. I think that should be what we're really pushing for Thanksgiving.
We should.
What if we
make
had
it-
like dead Native Americans out in the street or something?
Well, we have that anyway. I mean, that's year round. But
Oh, you've been to the reservation. I see.
I've been to the reservations.
Yeah. What was your favorite reservation?
Oof. It's, God, that's a tough race to the bottom. Santee was a rough place to be.
That was a rough one. What kind of stuff did you see out there on the res?
About 97 wooden crosses along the highway. That's
Really?
pretty intense.
So good God-fearing people.
Yeah. Getting there in high school to play a sports game against them, and they have to forfeit because too many other people got pregnant. That was something that happened with our girls team a couple times.
I was gonna ask which team it was. Like,
Yeah. One time we had to switch and play 6-man football because they had a bunch of people ineligible, so they couldn't play
they were
football against them.
ineligible for
Grades
athletics.
and not showing up to school. And
Everybody was drunk on the team.
yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of that.
Well, I tell you what, man. I remember going out to the res in Arizona, man. And what's nice about it is you can go out there and you could barter for things very easily. The best dog we ever had, his name was Barkley. He was a Queensland heeler, smart as a whip. He taught himself to shake. We found him under a car, and I think for a pack of cigarettes, we got that dog. And he just passed recently.
Nothing beats a res dog, you know.
Yeah, they're great dogs. They've been beaten enough to where they know how to stay quiet, but they're also like in a good shape to where they can move. And oh yeah, here, let's find these folks a seat. There's a table over there if you guys want a nice little corner spot. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Oh, you're splitting up. The relationship is over. These two just broke up on Quik Draw. Okay.
Yep.
Hell yeah, this guy wore his MAGA hat. That's fucking sick. So yeah, I mean, we'll get off the reservation.
Yeah,
stuff.
that might be a good idea.
The assholes of all these white people are really tightening up over here. Man, I like how your opening joke, you came up in here and you're like, incels. He said, incels. Do you know these people? And I just looked at the crowd and was like, yes, we know
Yeah,
incels.
they're
we have
here.
a crowd full of them. Oh, man. You said, it was something about working to get laid. You said song and dance to get the nookie. Can you fill me in on that? It was so long ago.
What I said was, even I've seen Animal Planet.
Yes.
Even the birds know you got to do a little song and a dance if you want to get some nookie.
Okay, well, great. Thank you. Yeah. So that brings me to my question. What is your big move to get some nookie? What's some of the song and or dance that you do?
Well,
yeah, well,
I've got 2 kids with 2 different women, and neither of them are with me, so I don't dance that good. So.
Well, but you also have a beautiful black girlfriend, so clearly you can dance.
I can dance a little bit, maybe.
Those hips are moving. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna eat a Slim Jim out of your mouth if you keep this up, man.
I hate reruns.
You keep a Slim Jim on you? Is that your lucky Slim Jim?
Oh yeah, that's the first one you ever gave me, actually.
Man, how do you do it, you white devil? Oh, man.
That's what I get called in bed.
I bet. Do you guys ever do any type of racial foreplay in the bed or anything? Like,
Oh, not yet, but goddamn, I dream of it.
oh, what are some of the fetishes you might want to fulfill with your lady love?
You've seen Napoleon Dynamite, right? The Kip and LaFonda? Oh, yeah. I feel that real hard.
Okay, so maybe you come out in like a tank top and a chain and... God, man. I'm so glad Randall showed up, man. I was afraid that it was going to be much worse than it was. Oh, my God. So, yeah, well, I mean, obviously, you clean up with the ladies, enough so that you've got a beautiful girlfriend who, I mean, you guys have been together, what, 6 months, 9 months now?
Yeah. About 9 months or so.
9 months, and no baby. So, I mean, you're on a good track with
Not
that.
yet. No, yeah. I've been really in control.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, are you using prophylactics?
No.
Okay, well, okay.
Why?
Well,
Why
the
would I do
4B
that?
movement is not on your side now. They're saying, oh no, you've got to use Plan B. Are you using Plan B?
Well, I mean, if I had to, I would.
Yeah?
But I'm pretty under control. What I use is the push and pray method. What you want to do is you want to try and shoot everything past all the eggs and stuff.
You know, I think Fauci taught. Yeah, send it down river.
Yeah, just send it way past, overshoot. That's what you go for.
Yeah. You know, weeks
I think
later,
that works.
Yeah, a week later comes out of her ear, and she's like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
What is this? Well, that's really foul, but I like that a lot.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you were talking about fake kinky people. What's one of your kinks that you like to, engage in?
I do like a nice set of legs.
Well,
legs.
like attached to a person?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. No, they have to be. I mean.
Okay, not just like separated from the rest of the body.
No, that doesn't. That's not quite enough. Doesn't quite scratch the itch.
So you get turned on by legs.
Yeah, I like legs.
Okay.
They're good-looking things.
I do like they're what connect us to the ground.
Exactly. They keep
Yeah.
us grounded. Yeah.
They do keep us grounded. That's right.
I guess I don't know. I don't
So what do you like to do with those legs?
put them over my shoulders.
Put them over your shoulders.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure who was putting whose legs over whose shoulders. She's very tall.
I'll
Did she
try
ever
anything
flip
once.
you around and do like a standing 69 with you upside down?
Look, I told you I had dreams. So.
I think with the right persuasion and enough alcohol, we could figure that out for you, Lucas.
Oh, what a treat that would be.
Well, sure. We make dreams happen here on Quik Draw. Man, that's the loudest walk I've ever heard in my
The
life.
fucking little,
Holy
lot
shit.
of clippity clomping through here. I thought fucking Santa showed up with his reindeer already.
Well, Lucas, great stuff. Let these folks know where they can find you.
All right, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Smiley Comedy. You can find me every Monday at the Dubliner. Open mic. I put the list out at 8:30. The free show starts at 9. It's a real good time. I've been Lucas Schneider. Thank you.
Lucas Schneider. Fantastic. Well, let's hear for our ace bartender, Emma and Bob, on the other side of that wall, huh? Generosity brings joy. Make sure you tip them a little extra on your way out. It won't mean a lot to you, but it'll mean the world to them. On deck, we have Ben Webb, but coming to the stage right now for his second set, Nick Kocheski.
All right. Yeah, like I mentioned before, just went through a breakup, and I'm dating again, and I'm on the apps, and I really don't want to be there. I don't know if you guys ever dated on dating apps. They're not fun, and I have very low standards. So I get into situations like my last date. Went out. About first 10 minutes into the date, she looks me dead in the eye, and she said, "Hey, just so you know, I have a year left to live." Should have been a red flag, but I was like, well, I put looking for something short-term on my profile, so I was like, that's a little on me. And I just went with it. I was just like, oh, that was just very nice. You're gonna, let me know that you're gonna ghost me eventually. That's pretty cool. That doesn't really happen a lot. And she had a good sense of humor about it. Instead of like goodnight text, I just sent RIPs, just in case. You guys get it. But we did date for a little bit. I don't know if you guys have ever dated person who's probably gonna die pretty soon. It's kind of like taking care of like an old dog. You guys ever see like an old dog and everything? Like they nap too hard and you're like, oh fuck, I wish you're gonna wake up. Otherwise I'm gonna have to call my mom and figure this out. It's not. But she turned it up being crazy because she was lying about the heart condition. Yeah, this is a fucked up way to confront someone. Just going, you're gonna live? What the fuck? Bummed out. I don't know. She did have a good sense of humor. I did like that in a dark sense of humor. She told me at 5 years old she was thinking about killing herself. Right? Very funny. You guys aren't on board. But like, just imagine like a 5-year-old suicide note, right? She's probably gonna have like a backward C and everything. You guys get it? Friends say like, do you want to hang on the monkey bars? She's just like, yes. And then they're like, why are you getting the jump rope? And then she says, playtime's over. All right, that's my time.
Nick Kocheski. What's up, buddy?
Breakup, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So the last time I talked to you, it was a couple months ago. You had broken up with someone. Is this the same person?
Yeah, it was like broke up around, I think, was it like late August?
Okay.
Was kind of the time. and
Late
everything.
August. So you're still feeling it.
Yeah, a little bit. She was
How long were y'all together?
about 6 months,
Okay.
but she was just very hot, Addy.
She was very hot. You said she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said she was out of your league. I mean, she must have been just a smoke show because you're like an open mic 9, dude.
Well, thank you, man. That's nice for the open mic scene, but
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd fuck you.
appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah, no, she was
You
great.
feel better?
Yeah, a little bit. That's nice. There's just like little things too. Like she was a big stoner and everything. So
She's
like,
a big stoner.
yeah.
Okay. You don't
But,
meet a lot
like-
of ballerina stoners.
Oh, so that's why she's an ex one.
Yeah.
But I just remember it was like, if I smoke pot, I'm just gonna like chat and everything. So we were like watching a movie. We're both a little stoned and everything. I'm kind of yapping away, and then just at one point, she just looks at me. She's like, "Do you want to suck on my tit?" Which I was like, "This is the nicest way someone's ever told me to shut up." But or she was just really horny. I was just like, I should have just said I loved you right then. But
Yeah. Saying I love you prematurely always helps with the relationship.
yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, did you ever get to that point saying I love you?
No, I think that was the probably like fucked up thing. I should have just like staked a claim right there.
Well,
but
you never know. I mean, it's hard to tell with these ladies nowadays. They're off shaving their heads and, rear-ending gasoline trucks and
Yeah.
stuff. They're crazy nowadays.
they're brake checking gasoline truckers. What the fuck?
They're brake-checking gasoline truckers. Can you imagine that?
These 4Bs.
These 4Bs, man. So, yeah, no, I like when you said she was from California, and then just Summer clapped over there. He's a big California fan.
California fan?
Okay, he's gone.
Sick.
We're talking to someone who's Summer, much like that one girl, has passed away. It
Yeah.
would seem. So she was faking dying.
No, this is a different girl.
So this first girl, yeah, she said she said she had a year to live because of a heart condition.
Yeah, that was before the last relationship I was in. But
Wow, you've got quite a dating history.
yeah, it's been an interesting one. I've got some good ones. I've got some bad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you often find that you're doing the breaking up or they're doing the breaking up?
Mostly them. I don't really say no too much. I'm
You
pretty
don't
much
say
game
no.
for anything.
You're game for anything.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm really dying to know about this lady who faked that she was dying. Is that a true story?
Yeah. Another comic who knew her in Lincoln. Like I did that set about her. And then she was like, "Are you talking about fucking Sarah?" And I was like, "Yeah, how do you know?" She was like, "Because she lied about it."
That's just her big move.
That's just her like MO. And I was like, "Well, I guess I'm gonna ghost you this time." So
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, no, I think the material on that is really funny. I haven't heard any of the stuff you did tonight. So, I mean, clearly this heartbreak is helping you be funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think every breakup you just try to find the funny part.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
man.
Like I mentioned before, the last girl, the ballerina one.
Yes.
Yeah, her grandpa was a Nazi.
Really?
Yeah, like a Wunderkind. You know that?
Well, I don't speak German, but it sounds bad.
It's like yeah, it's just a Wonder Kid or something. Apparently, like
Of
Hitler.
course, Joe knows. That.
Joe knows.
He knows.
Apparently,
the war,
Hitler
yeah.
was trying to get all the best and blondest German boys and like put them in like advanced school to be better Nazis. Obviously, that didn't work out and everything.
Yeah.
But he went to Brazil after the war because he was only like 10. He wasn't like full Nazi.
No.
I'm sure he had some ideas, but you know, a 10-year-old being anti-Semitic, that's just cute.
Yeah, it is. It's like,
That's just-
yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Tussle his little blonde hair. Yeah.
So he went to Brazil, met some Brazilian chick, and then her dad met some Mozambican. I don't know if that's
I
the
was
right
wondering
term.
about
yeah.
that because you said she was African.
Yeah, Mozambique. It's Africa.
Yeah, so I was like, how was her dad a Nazi? But I guess that.
Well, I mean, obviously they had some, differences in opinion, but no, like my grandpa, he escaped Poland during World War II. So it just felt kind of like my reparations to have sex with a hot Nazi progeny lady.
Yeah. Well, so you guys did have sex.
Yeah,
Well, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, you got the W on that one.
I did.
If you smashed and she had the big titties, you can't worry too much about how the things turned out because you can honestly, you got a story now that nobody else has.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta just enjoy the ride, man.
You got to enjoy the ride. Are you going to be doing more stand-up?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Good, dude. Good. You're funny. I've been watching you for a year and a half. I mean, not like through your window or anything, but like I've been watching you do sets, and you're funny. You always bring new material, and I mean, I've seen you kill in front of crowds of. I mean, they weren't Mozambique ladies, but you know, they were hot ladies. They were feeling what you were putting down.
Yeah, I just got to find the next Mozambican and then take it from there.
Well, so do you find that your stand-up gets affected when you date someone? Like you do less stand-up because you're focused on that relationship?
Yeah, I feel like stand-up for the most part, at least in like open mic stuff, it's like it's a little bit like what I want to do, but also it's like it's the way to try to meet girls.
Okay.
So once you've already met the girls, the stand-up part becomes a little less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. You know, I've been single for 3 years now because of
And that's
this.
why he's hitting the grindstone and doing shows, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, yes. And it's also my personality. That has a lot to do with it. Believe me, this doesn't translate well on Tinder. Like, you do what? But yeah, so is that where you're meeting your ladies, online or in person?
Yeah, I guess, mostly online. Although, I don't know, like people are doing run clubs now.
Run clubs? What's that?
Well, just you show up to a place and run, and then people are trying to like meet people to fuck.
So you're just going out there jogging and being
You're
like,
just kind of chasing ladies and you're hoping you catch one.
Yeah,
I think, I don't know.
Do the women get a head start?
Maybe, who knows?
Hell yeah, dude. So, well, yeah, I mean,
But yeah.
you take care of yourself, you run, do you work out?
Yeah, a little bit working out, all that stuff.
Good.
But like, I feel I've just turned 30, and I know we're about the same age, right?
Yeah,
You're 30.
I'm 30.
Yeah, it's kind of like we gotta get in shape now, or it's just gonna be fucking downhill forever.
It's all downhill from here, yeah.
All right, Addy's already given up. I haven't yet.
That
No,
felt
I
like
was
an
gonna
attack
say,
on me.
If you don't take care of yourself, now is the time when it will go downhill. And before you know it, you're doing fucking Uber Eats in Japan. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't know what's gonna happen.
Is that what the Uber Eats was in Japan?
Yeah, so the whole lore of Summer trying to get this goddamn job is somebody put his location as Nagasaki or something on the app. So like
Okinawa.
Sorry,
okay.
yeah, one of the islands.
Yeah.
And so we're working on that. But he's learning Japanese and he's gonna learn how to use yen.
Well, hey, arigato, man. Keep it up.
Look at that, Summer. You just learned a new word thanks to Nick Kocheski. So you got anything on the horizon you want to let these folks know about? Maybe
No,
plug your Tinder?
I did make a comedy page.
You made a comedy page? For
Yeah,
what?
so I'll put like shit on there if I like film it. But Nicotine Comedy.
Nicotine?
Nicotine. So Nickotine comedy.
Are you a smoker?
Used to be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I like that. Maybe we can get
But
you
my name's
smoking
Nick,
again.
and I was like, all right, yeah, this is a pun.
That's good, man. Well, we'll smoke some cigarettes after this and talk about ladies.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's hear it for Nick Kocheski, everybody. Fantastic, man. I love when somebody comes in their first time and kills. That's fantastic. All right, guys, we are down to our final comedian of the night. This guy was made a regular maybe a month ago. Longtime friend of the show. I mean, he was coming here back when we were on this side of the room, and we were surrounded by urine curtains. It was a nightmare, but this guy stuck with us. I have built this stage specifically to his specifications. I want all your love, all your energy for Ben Webb.
Yes, all right. I am glad that I was here for Rashad's Mike Tyson impression. Wasn't that great? The first time I actually clearly understood what he was saying. Yeah. That was special. And good to see Jacob Wilson back in town slinging jokes. You look like the kid from Sandlot with lupus. So love you, buddy. We're good. And for the record, Joe, I booed you because you have no value. So, all right, let's try some jokes. Inside Out is a brilliant Pixar film and my favorite way to wear underwear. Yeah, there we go. Nice little quick one there. I don't think deaf lingerie models use sign language. They pantomime. All right, there we go. All right, might tag that one up, see if that one has some life. The Catholic Church is rather well known for their stance on contraception. They want to encourage families, which is all well and good, but I think the evangelical church has an opportunity to capitalize on what they're leaving on the table. They should come out with their own brand of condoms, kind of promote that. You can promote good choice. And I suggest that they call it Eve's condoms. Because who's better to design something ribbed for her pleasure than someone made from a rib? It's not bad. It'll roll off the tongue. The Eve's condoms. When he looks snake bit, reach for the holy fit. Eve's condoms. When he wants to role play as Smeagol and wants to play in your cave where you kegel. Eve's condoms. Jesus said that he'll come again. And so will you. Eve's condoms. Thank you so much.
Ben Webb. Getting endorsement from heaven there. Man, what a cute set that was. I've never heard jokes start out so dirty and just end so adorable. Yeah.
I have a way about me.
You do. I mean, yeah, you come up looking like a mass murderer and then end up just being the nicest guy on stage.
I'm aware I look upsetting. Yeah.
I'm glad you said it. Yeah.
If you just go ahead and take this sort of thing, this personality, and you just wipe the smile off, that's uncomfortable.
Yes.
You got that coming at you. That's not good. That's why I put on that, and it's not a performance. It's so people don't call the cops when I come near. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, imagine this. Imagine them trying to put you in a squad car. That'd be crazy. They'd have to load you in sideways. That'd be wild.
I have to use a couple set of handcuffs just to. Not sure I could reach behind my back at this point.
Yeah. That'd be real kinky, wouldn't it?
Hey, maybe that's a good way to ease into it. A little trouble with the law, and you find out, wow, I have blood rushing somewhere. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, what are the kinds of things that get you fired up sexually?
Eve's condoms.
That's right. There's a merch idea. I might as well run with that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we've touched on a little bit in the past. It's hard. I mean, I'm 41, so in terms of like getting revved up and things like that, I don't necessarily have a perv switch as much as I've had when I was younger. I think guys, when we're younger, a stiff breeze can make us stiff. You know, we're not that much. And you get a little older, and you just have a little bit more restraint, a little bit more respect. But every now and things can kind of get your motor revving just a little bit. So, I mean, there's I think one of the things is when you get older, it's the things that you know you're not supposed to see that you notice out in public. Like, oh, hot damn, I'm going to live off of that for a couple of months. Like, a lady chooses a shirt that's a little bit too big. They drop something unexpectedly. You're not supposed to see the swinging udder. You see it underneath. They're like, I wasn't supposed to see that, but I am glad I saw that. That was, the flesh, the free-range flesh globe. That was all.
There is something very charming about a set of just oversized milkers just fucking bouncing back and forth within a white cotton shirt.
Yeah, I do not mind milk in my cereal or on my face. So yeah, it ain't bad. But no, you just tuck that in your head. You just you look away politely. She looks at you, nod and smile. I didn't see a damn thing, knowing full well you did.
Yeah,
Sure.
I know what you mean. When you spend like 3 weeks in the Middle East, you start getting an ankle fetish. It's the same thing. You're not supposed to see them, and next thing you know, that's all that gets you rocked up is ankles.
God, look at the Achilles tendon on that one.
Right?
Hell yeah. I bet they got great ankles in the Middle East, all that running around they're doing and stuff. They're very in-shape people. You don't see a lot of fat Middle Easterners until they move to America, and then there's DJ Khaled. But
Get swollen with all our food, you know?
yeah, fucking...
It's not bad. That and dignity and human rights, but, you know. Yeah. Ooh, quiet. All right then. Cool.
Yeah, it's a big human rights crowd, apparently. Yeah, they don't like human rights
like
or reservation jokes over here.
Apparently, yeah.
The very woke community we have here tonight. Man, yeah, so what size underwear do you wear?
It's been a while since I bought my last pack. You know, what is it by now? Crap. I
feel like
pants about 50, 54. So like couple X's maybe at this point, just for comfort, you know.
A couple X's just for comfort. So what, 2, 3X? What are we talking here?
Probably 2. I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long time, but I mean, I'm a brief man, so you want it to be snug enough to hold the boys, but not enough to cut off your circulation when you got to sit. You know, you got to find that right balance there. You don't want to have that tan line, that circulation line on the inside. So
Yeah. No, I mean that's a very in-depth analysis.
I mean,
of
I'm
your
white
underwear.
enough. I don't need to cut off blood anywhere lower.
Do you ever wear shorts?
It's been years.
It's been years.
Yeah, I'm more of a pants guy. It is. It's not quite a disaster down there. I just don't like the look or feel of it. And
Yeah.
as I said, I look upsetting enough as it is. I don't necessarily need to do the cargo shorts and coming at you with all that hair and Velcro's veins developing and all that shit. So.
Oh well, yeah, man. Well, I think that knowing what you look like and the proper clothes to wear for that is something that we've lost in American society. I think there's a lot of people trying to fit into things they maybe shouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to do a number of things for laughs. So, like, if it's a good skit idea, I'll suffer and try on skinny jeans. I'll be willing. You get a couple strong men, try to get a good pair, see what it takes to get me in one of those. I'll suffer that if that's what it takes.
That would be wild, man. I put on a latex glove the other day, and I imagine that's what it would be like putting you in skinny jeans, just watching.
Are they even called skinny jeans at that size anymore?
No. They are not, Clem. That is a good point. I didn't have anything to back you up with there, but yes, you are correct.
Be like Freddy Krueger's face pressed up against the wall in that one.
Yeah.
It's just real upsetting.
I mean, have you ever gone commando?
In public?
Yeah.
Well, there's been one occasion where you trust an expulsion of gas that turned out to be more liquid than gas, and you try to do whatever cleaning you can, and it's just absolutely it's like a shop rag at that point. There's no recovering what you just did to that pair.
Full blowout.
So you got to do what you got to do to make sure you're all clean and be as squeaky as a mouse. But it was uncomfortable as hell. There's way too much dangly things moving and bouncing and all that. I like things tucked. I like to know where things are. I don't want to be like a turkey neck gobbling around with that. As I did not appreciate the turkey neck driving home.
I mean, this is a show about redemption, but there's no redeeming us after hearing this shit.
This is down and dirty material here, man. So where were you at when you had this faux pas in your drawers?
One of my early jobs, I had to. I'm proud of myself. I manned up and did the last 3 hours of my shift. I did not clock out. So I'm glad that I did that, but I knew what I just did. And I didn't even have the courtesy of, because I panicked. I didn't take it all the way outside to the outside dumpster. I just let them think that a customer was an animal and I'd put that in the trash can. Yeah, I'm not going to own up to it. No, it's worker number 3 that did a number 2 and stole number 1. I'm not going to fess up to that.
Oh yeah,
dude, that must have been the most shit that's ever been shit, dude. Like, dude, I can't imagine. And then you left him in the bathroom or in the trash can in the bathroom, and then blamed it on a customer. That's the American dream.
Over the years, I have laid some logs that Pinocchio's father would salivate over. Oh Lord!
Wow,
yeah.
it's a real boy.
I think they call it a toilet baby. Yeah.
Oh, his nose is made of corn.
Man, I don't know if these people just disconnected from what's happening, but these are
know.
some great shit puns. You guys are really join us at the show sometime. It'll be great. Man, great job. You delivered as always, man. You had a great interview. Where can these folks find you? What's going on in your life?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm planning ahead into the new year. Looks like I am scheduled to become a teacher up at the Blackstone Theater for improv and potentially stand up at improv for sure. So in the new year, I'm scouting out what months I'm going to be doing some classes up there. But for shows, December 7th at the JCC. Jewish Community Center off of 132nd. I'll be doing a stand-up show with Stephanie Krause and Aaron Clef, who's a guest up here. I'll be doing stand-up with them. And December 13th, roast battle show with Comedy and Chaos Productions. Those boys out at the Beach House Bar and Grill. You can take it up with them. They're good. I'm good with them. But I will be facing off in a rubber match with Julian Leisure. Yes. Yes. I will be taking on that chocolate Keebler elf. That's right. Yeah. I'll beat him so bad he'll wish his house burned down. Hell yeah. Let's do this shit. So that's where you'll see me. So.
All right, let's hear it for Ben Webb, everybody. Hey, how about it one more time for the executioner, Clem Jameson. And the sax symbol himself, Randall Turner. You guys have been absolutely fantastic. November 30th, we have a show. It's called The Lincoln Takeover, all Lincoln comics with sets from Clem and myself. November 30th, 8 p.m. You got anything coming up?
November 30th, Lincoln Takeover. That's all I got right now.
Yes, comics from Lincoln. And okay, anyway, all right. So yeah, we're doing that. Yeah, episode 44 just dropped. It's called Y'all Broke Joe. That was the one where Joe officially announced his retirement 3 weeks ago. But I see he couldn't stay away from us. Thank you for starting your week right with us here at Quik Draw Comedy. Have a good night.